we want to play what we feel. We want to have diversity. You know, some of our songs are harder and heavier, but then we go all the way down to ballads and, you know, everything in between. We like to go up on stage and entertain the fans and have a good time and throw shit at people.
It sounds like my kind of concert. I like stuff thrown at me. I like the heavy songs, and then I like the mellow songs. I mean, you don't want to just get your head pounded for 2 hours with bone crunching songs over and over. You want a little bit of diversity in the set list. Rock ballads are always cool.
You don't want every song to sound the same.
Yes, that is a problem with a lot of bands nowadays. They have the same sound on their whole record, and each song is like 3.5 minutes long. And when you throw in a slower song like we just heard, it mixes it up a little bit, and it makes it more entertaining for someone going to the show or listening to the CD.
And the endorsements that we have is, you know, one of the big things that has helped us out a lot on people knowing who we are. I travel from here to Pennsylvania and everywhere in between, and people know who I am. They know who XNO is just because they see us in magazines or, you know, they see us on websites, and it really helps out a lot. Our sponsors are donating a lot of stuff for this show we're playing on Sunday. It's just constantly working together. Nobody can do it on their own. You have to work as a team.
You guys just the same lineup that's playing on Sunday played, I believe, a couple of days ago, correct? Did you play somewhere in San Bernardino?
Yeah, that was the same lineup.
Yeah, how did the turnout go for that? Was that pretty good?
It was good for what it was. It could have been better, but there was a lot of shows that night, and it was the first one, so people weren't expecting what they got. This one will definitely be better, and then there's more that's coming on after that.
Good, very good. Now, do you have
the third actual event for that Freedom Beat charity is actually November 11th, and that'll be going on at the Marquee 15, which we'll be playing as well. Again, you know, all the proceeds go to the veterans, and that's why it's such an awesome cause to be a part of. Regardless if there's, 10 people there or, 500 people there, it's all goes to the same place, and it's great.
Yeah, the Marquee is the one over in Corona, correct?
Yeah, and if it wasn't for the military, people like us wouldn't be able to do what we do.
Now, Sphynx, are you there?
I'm here.
Now, you have a pretty unique look to you. I want to say I don't want to say goth, but you got a darker look to you. Now, is that your natural persona that comes across as well on stage, and also on the videos that you guys have released too? There's a little bit of that darkness undertone to some of your videos and such. Is that something that you do on your end that you have influence on, or is that something the band does as well?
That whole thing has been me from the beginning of time. That's just who I am. I've always been that way, and the band just was a release for me to do it even bigger and stronger. And a lot of the stuff that we get, my girlfriend's a mortician, so it kind of goes hand in hand.
Now it makes sense.
That would make sense for sure. You got like I said, you have a unique look to you, which I like a lot. I'm really looking forward to seeing you this Sunday and see what the show's all about. Now, for the people that haven't been out to see one of your shows, what can the fans expect from XNO this Sunday?
XNO does stuff that a lot of bands don't do. House of Blues kind of limits what we can do. We've been kicked out of some venues for some of the stuff that we do on stage, but the House of Blues show is going to be a kick-ass rocking show, but what we bring on stage, they limit us. So sometimes we have we have blood drinking, we have baby body bags with babies in them, and stuff like that. But House of Blues in Anaheim won't let us do that. It kind of pushes their envelope a little too much.
Sunday, though, you will just see, you'll just see us with just playing some hard rock songs and with high energy, man.
So it'll be more like a stripped down version of your normal show, right?
Pretty much. But we're a highly entertaining band that interacts with the crowd. Depending upon my mood, sometimes I jump into the audience, sometimes I don't. Sometimes JT jumps into it, sometimes he doesn't. It just depends. Sometimes the crowd pisses me off and I talk shit on it. It just depends.
Well, I mean, that's what I like to see when I go to a concert. I want a little bit. I mean, there's one thing that really drives me crazy, especially if I'm seeing a band play a couple different times and they do the same thing over and over again. I mean, I've always asked and I've always said, well, why don't you just change it up, do something different? I mean, it seems like some bands nowadays just go on stage and they're on autopilot. It's like they're just there to get
collect a paycheck.
Collect the paycheck, get the music out, and get off stage. And to see a band like your guys and changing it up depending on what the venue is and such, it almost sounds like you guys got a little bit of Alice Cooper, Marilyn Manson, somewhat in your show a little bit. Would that be a fair assessment?
That would be a fair assessment.
I want to know what would the audience do to piss you off that you would get pissed off at them? What have they done so far at some of your shows?
One of my biggest pet peeves is when I look down at the crowd and I see people on their motherfucking cell phone.
It's just like, I mean, you know, you're there at a concert. Why the hell do you need to be on your cell phone? Are you texting? What are you doing? I never understood that. You paid the money to go see the bands play, listen to the bands play, enjoy the show.
I think I say that too when we go to shows. It pisses me off when I'm watching people watch a band play. You're at a show. You already paid money. You're here. Who are you talking to? Who are you texting to? If they wanted to be here, they'd be here with you. You know?
Well, you know what? When I see that, it just tells me that we're not working hard enough. So we got to be more extreme, I guess.
No, I don't necessarily think it's that you're not working hard enough. I just think the attention span of a lot of fans nowadays, if they're not constantly being
ADD's going around.
Yeah, exactly. Or if they don't know a song, or if they don't even know a band for that matter, I think to give the band an opportunity to perform for you and show you what they're capable of doing. I think a lot of people nowadays, they just, you know, like I said, I don't understand it. I've been going to concerts for years, and sometimes I look at the concert crowds nowadays, and I just shake my head, going, really? I mean,
well, if you're going to a XNO show, do not bring your cell phone inside. You don't need it.
I don't bring it in. I don't bring it in. Period. I mean, what's the point?
If I heard this, I'd bring the cell phone on purpose, just to make the dude go off.
Make Sphynx just jump out into the crowd after us.
Hold it up and go, ah!
I've been known to do that. That's what's bad.
Yeah. It's entertaining though, so we're looking forward to Sunday night. We have you got any more questions, Matt? We're good? We have one more question. We always ask this on the Hard Rockology Show. Do you guys have any Spinal Tap moments yet?
Man, are you kidding? I'm in a band with 2 guitar players, and all they want to do is play at 11, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. Just tell us some stories.
I've had a lot of Spinal Tap moments. I have a tendency to fall off the stage a lot.
Now is that just because of your enthusiasm on stage, or is that because of, let's say, a little chemical influence, maybe?
Let's just say I fall off the stage a lot.
All right. Well, so you're saying if we're seeing the show this Sunday, should I stay clear of your side of the stage?
No, because I don't have a side of the stage.
He's got the whole stage, Matt.
All right. So.
All right.
We'll just have to...
It's not fair for the people on one side not to get to look at me on the other.
That is true.
All right.
All right. Well,
and I got to deal with this.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a fun show. I'm already curious to see what's going to happen, because if I bring my cell phone in, it could spark something, and I don't know if I want to do that or not. And I want, you know, so it's going to be interesting.
Well, no, actually, I do have a question. So the next track we're going to play is SHD. So... I mean, I pulled up the track today. I was listening to it. It's a great track. I have to ask, how the hell did you guys come up with this particular song? Is there like did somebody in the band have an experience with somebody like this, or is this something that you just thought up at 2 a.m. thinking, hell yeah, that'd be a great idea for a song? So what exactly was the influence for this particular track?
Actually, that's actually a true story. It happened to me once. You know what? It made for a good song, though, so I don't mind telling the story now. It happened, 15 plus years ago. But long story short, I had met someone at a party, thought they were a female, and nothing happened. But dude, I ended up buying a whole bottle of Listerine and toothpaste, and I felt like I was in a crying game.
Well, now you got a song to remember it.
Yeah.
So whenever you're feeling down and you want to bring back those good old days, you just go ahead and plop that track in, and brings back those memories, man. So.
Yeah, it wasn't pleasant, but it made for a good song, man. So I can joke about it.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and if you guys want to go ahead and take us out of this next segment by introducing your track, and we'll see you guys on Sunday at the House of Blue.
Hey, thanks again for having us, guys, and just remember, Xeno's going to be around, and rock out to No Ordinary Day.
Come on, you know you want it.